We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end. Zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. Took the Pittsburgh. 54, right? 54. And here we go. Watch the pass.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Balazs. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Kalen Balazs, his running back, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Check 99.
Balazs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Switch. Kill. Check 43.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's Jackson. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson, option right. At a Dolphin first down. That right there, Charles, I think is a prime example of what they're scared of. They said, yeah, you can run. We know you can take off, but be smart. He got hit pretty hard there.
A lot of these young quarterbacks, they like to tell us that they become running backs when they take off. But they have to remember, at all times, they're quarterbacks. Protect yourself. Slide. Get out of bounds. Don't take that kind of hit.
They'll run here with Balazs. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the Cowboys' 19-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with him in the last game.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Cowboys. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you.
And raise you 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go. 15 runners. I'm coming after you. Check 3, check 1. Let's go. Check, right.
The drive will commence with a run by Malage. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Watch the screen.
They run it with Malage. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start on the ground with Elliott. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on first and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
I'm going to run you over. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. How you getting the headache? How you getting the headache? Ready, go.
Now Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
There's Jackson on third and long. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. Throwing on second and 3. Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Throwing on second and 3. Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here comes Grant on the return. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. An update now from Philadelphia. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack by Robert Quinn.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let's go, boy. Bring it.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Prescott looks to throw on first. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Michael Gallup. Incomplete. Xavier Howard on recovery.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Me and you at 47. I'm you. I'm coming after you.
To throw is Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year. 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome. They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. run. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down now, it's Elliott, and he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
It's a gain of 2.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Here's Pollard again. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup.
They go to Elliott again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Murrah, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
First down, Dolphins.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Caught by Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. Back now in Arlington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
55 Mike. Here we go, 47. You can't block me. You can't block me. 26.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, look at the juke. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked picked off at the 15. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. He's going to look deep down the field, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as